Hey everyone, Reflected here. And today, I want to tell you about the new campaign that's coming soon to DCS, Sentry Pacific 25 by SOB Simulations. It's one that you definitely want to keep an eye out for, and I'll tell you why. You know, building a DCS campaign is not an easy job for several reasons. First of all, I need to write a script, a dialogue of thousands of lines in English, which is not my native language, and it has to be 100% authentic. It's pretty tough already, but it's not the biggest obstacle I need to overcome. Building a campaign doesn't only require the mastery of the English language, but another one as well, the language of military aviation. Native speakers who are not familiar with it wouldn't understand a word of this gibberish. Venom 2, Go Amber 1 on Victor 5, No Joy Pogo. Huh? And while English can be mastered relatively easily by taking classes, reading books, or watching Netflix, speaking like a real military pilot in an authentic way is much more difficult. It takes a lot more effort. Some of the campaign makers are native English speakers, but none of us are native to the military lingo, so we can only try our best. Well, that's about to change. My friend Erik, who helped me with hundreds of voiceovers in dozens of campaigns, decided that he'd also build a campaign on his own. He's a former US Air Force pilot with over 30 years of experience, so all the lingo, the procedures, and everything that takes the rest of us years to research are second nature for him. He's going to release a campaign for the F-16 Viper called Sentry Pacific 25. You go to a training/testing exercise to the Marianas as part of an F-16 squadron and do stuff that you would do in real life. It's a non-combat campaign. No fictional war scenarios, China starting World War III, nothing like that. He kept it 100% real. You may ask, hey, but then I'm just gonna fly around Guam doing nothing? That sounds boring. And you couldn't be more wrong. On one hand, his real-life experience alone makes the campaign pure gold for any aviation enthusiast. You get a glimpse into everyday US Air Force operations, how they speak on the radio, who they talk to, what kind of problems can arise, etc. This is next level realism. And on the other hand, all his experience, his flying stories, combined with a lot of creativity, will keep you 100% busy at all times during all of the missions. You'll face very interesting training scenarios and test flights, unexpected emergencies, or other turns of events. If it was a book, it would be a page-turner. All this without shooting down a single bad guy, which makes it even more impressive. There's just so much creativity squeezed into these missions, it blew my mind. Us, non-military mission makers, have to add more action to keep the missions interesting. We couldn't even begin to imagine all the little things that can happen during a flight in real life that make it a lot more exciting than shooting down 4 MiGs. And despite being such a realistic experience, the missions flow smoothly. They're very beginner-friendly and accessible. Additionally, you may think that a mission built by a quote-unquote first-timer is unstable or unreliable. Wrong. Erik has done his homework. He really dug himself into the mission editor and set up the missions expertly with smooth and fail-safe triggers. I'm telling you, his missions are a lot more organized than mine. I had the honor of testing them, and I couldn't wait for him to send me the next mission as he built them. Bottom line is, if you want a point-and-shoot game and want to become the top ace of the US Air Force, stay away. It's not for you. However, if you love the Viper and are genuinely interested in what the life of a Viper pilot is like in real life, without any of the fantasy Hollywood BS, you're in for one of the most eye-opening and educational experiences you'll have had in a flight sim. This campaign really makes DCS shine, one of the best experiences I've had in a sim. If you're like me and you fly DCS because you want to learn about aviation, Sentry Pacific is the equivalent of finding a diamond while walking the beaches of Guam. So make sure you check out the trailer, subscribe to his channel, SOB Simulations, and keep an eye out for Sentry Pacific 25 at the DCS store. Alright, see ya!